What is up, Laugh Traffic? Thanks for tuning back into the Laugh Lap podcast with Sean and TJ. Hey, if you like it, please share it. Go here to Instagram and follow us here. Go to Twitter, right over here. Follow us there on Twitter. And right smack dab on top of TJ's face is our Facebook handle. Go there, follow us on Facebook. Welcome. I was on vacation last week. The podcast was trying to happen, but it didn't happen. We got a lot of stuff to get into from this week.
And it was only Pocono.
Yeah, it was only Pocono. Kind of true. But Denny Hamlin won. I picked Denny Hamlin to win. I might as well just throw that out there since we're a week.
I picked second place.
Well, congratulations. Second place, first loser. So
I'm just saying we're professionals, so you should listen to us.
Oh, okay. Well, that's what you're saying. Before we get into all that stuff, this week's montage from Watkins Glen is brought to us, of course, by SeatGeek. SeatGeek, this is an app that'll scan the web for you when you're looking for tickets to your favorite game, concert, or show. It rates them on a scale of 0 to 10, lets you know if you're getting the biggest bang for your buck. Not only will it rate them on a scale of 0 to 10, but it'll color coordinate them. A green dot, that's a great deal. A yellow dot, that's a good deal. And the red dot, that's a bad deal. But if you've got a bite on a red dot, I've got something for you. Use promo code ACAA at checkout and get $20 off your first purchase. Maybe you can make that red dot into a yellow dot type scenario. We're using that promo code. That's promo code ACAA at checkout. Get $20 off your first purchase. SeatGeek, life's an event, and we have the tickets.
I actually saw a commercial on TV for SeatGeek.
Did you? Was I in?
Big time. They actually just used our podcast episode for the commercial.
Okay, but we digress. Here is your Watkins Glen montage.
They have to make a whole nother lap. Remember, they're just in front of the leader, so this isn't their final time. They're just now getting the one to go because they're that far behind the leader who's just showing up. See, Chase Elliott right here will go on to win the stage, uncontested. You have issues with the same people, it seems, every time. Right here at the 18 of Kyle Busch. This seems harmless to me. He gets underneath the 24 of William Byron. I thought this was no harm, no foul. I don't think Kyle Busch likes it. A few laps later, he sends the 24. We saw him go through the grass. We weren't sure how he got there. He got sent by the 18. You see right here, Bubba Wallace and Kyle Busch beating and banging down the front stretch. A big shot by Kyle Busch. Bubba Wallace says, I don't care. You're done. I'm sending you into turn one. Listen. Wallace might have become a fan favorite with that move.
Like he has time and time again. He has a decent lead on Truex coming into the braking zone here. What, if anything, can Truex do differently? He charges into this inner loop within a car length and a half. Can he maintain that on exit? Not so much. Back to 3 car lengths. He charges again into the carousel. There's just nothing he can do about how good this NASCAR is getting out of the corner.
Chase Elliott has been perfect on these last 20-something laps. He's done a great job. 2 more corners left. Don't overdrive. 6. Hit your marks. Truex trying to make ground on him. Chase Elliott driving away.
Coming into turn 7, the final turn. The 23-year-old from Dawsonville got his first win at this racetrack and has been dominant today. He's going to win again at the Glen.
What a day, man. Such a fast Napa Camaro, and these guys called a great race. Just stayed mistake-free, and Martin was a little quicker. I felt like those last 2 runs. But the track position was king, and didn't mess up into 1 this time, so that was good.
Yeah, whatever. So, congratulations to Chase Elliott. He sweeps the whole race. Stage 1 winner, Stage 2 winner, and of course he wins the race. So now there's a lot to talk about, okay? And we'll get into it, and we'll start right now. So speaking of that, let's talk, and then I'll play Martin Truex's just a quick clip of him after the race. So different engine package for short tracks and road courses.
Yeah, I didn't realize this, but on short tracks and road courses, they actually run 750 horsepower.
I knew that they ran the 750 horsepower.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know what the deal was with the aero. I didn't know it was a different thing.
Yeah, so they don't use the aero ducts. And
in the side window. Right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
And then they also use a bigger taper spacer in the engine. But I had no idea that they did that. I mean, it didn't work, but
I mean, you got to wonder kind of if they're doing if they need to do something a little different with the aero. You got to be able to pass.
Yeah, because I don't think you should be aero dependent on a short track or a road course. That should just be, driver. It should be a lot more driver input.
Now, when you look at first and second place, obviously it was clear Chase Elliott was getting off the turn better, but you got to take into account, and I don't care who it is, it just happened to be Martin, but if he's hitting a wall of air and he can't even really get to his bumper without tightening the car up, he's got to have he's on a fine line there. So, him getting off the turn, does that affect that? Maybe, I mean, I'm not a race car driver, but I would think that wall air that he talked about would affect that. Martin finished second. Here's what he had to say after the race.
I tried to do all I could. Chase, he did an excellent job, and just not making mistakes. And really, all I could do was get to 2 car lengths at 1.5 at the closest in braking, and just try to force a mistake. But he hit his marks. His car was really fast in the key areas that he needed to be, leaving a few of the key corners. So I just couldn't get a run on him, and just was kind of stuck there. So unfortunate, but our best Pro Camry was really, really fast today. I mean, we passed quite a few cars there that were fast and finished up front. Just couldn't pass that last one.
And there he said it. I mean, he was getting close, and he was gaining that distance by just outbraking them into wherever he could, into the S's, especially into turn 1, and around that after the S's, that long swoop, he did it there a couple times too. Was that 5? It'd be 5.
The carousel after the bus stop.
After the bus stop, yeah, it'd be turn 5. So, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, even Kyle Larson, when he stayed out and took the lead for a little bit, I mean, he was gone. No one could catch him. So it was pretty clear that clean air was king. Because he was the top 5 car all day, but with speed wise. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, who? Larson?
Yeah, Larson.
Bless me, thank me. So, all right. Well, Chase Elliott dominates 80 out of 90 laps, which is second, I think, in the history books. So congratulations to him. And like Martin said, he hit his marks. I mean, he hit his marks. It's what he had to do to win, and that's what he did. And I would have loved to see another restart, but I don't know if it would have mattered because Chase was taking what would be the inside lane going into turn 1. So,
who knows? The whole front row might have been different.
Yeah, I know. And, you never know, but outbraking too, going on the outside to turn 1, that could work. I mean, who knows? But anyway, the fun stuff that happened, Kyle Busch, he just...
It's like when he doesn't have a chance at winning, he just
he's
loses
like a
all
ball out there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even understand. I mean, I guess he was getting impatient. He spun himself.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess he felt like that was William Byron's fault somehow.
Yeah, I watched the replay. William Byron didn't do anything. I mean, I guess you can make the case that he pinched him. Yeah, but that's racing.
I mean, what do you want him to do? Just say, go ahead, and I mean, I don't know. But then William Byron with a genius move under caution. I mean, dude, you just destroyed the front end of your car. What are you doing?
Backfire. That was a total Danica moment.
My gosh. A total Danica moment. So Kyle Busch running into William Byron, and then he runs into he's bumping into Bubba Wallace. He's running him down, and Bubba Wallace says, "You know what? Screw this. I'm sick of this. Okay, that dude's fighting for his job, no doubt.
Yeah,
okay? And so,
and he gained a ton of fans that day.
Yeah, he's overcoming a lot of personal adversity, and there's." Maybe he just doesn't have time for Kyle Busch shoving him around on the racetrack. So good for him. And Kyle Busch, we just talked a couple weeks ago about how shoving a microphone in the guy's face lately, this year, last year even, was, he had matured a little bit, and he was taking some of that some of those awkward moments and in trying to be humble about them, but he refuses interviews after the race. So
I was gonna say, let's listen to his interview. Oh wait.
Oh yeah, here's Kyle Busch's interview. Okay, so anyway,
real mature.
Yeah, Matt DiBenedetto. I mean,
Another great finish.
Another great finish. Just finished outside the top 5 and 6th. And then we have this almost a silly season scenario starting already, just over halfway through the season, where Christopher Bell, who's doing a hell of a job, he's looking to move up, and you got Eric Jones' his contract is up, and both Gibbs drivers, huh?
Yeah, and Jones hasn't won a race yet, and his teammates have. They've all won multiple races, so he's got to be feeling some pressure.
Maybe Jones, I don't know.
Yeah,
he's had good rides. He was with Furniture Row and before he went to Joe Gibbs for a year when they had the 2-car team there. That was the year Truex won the championship. And so, I just feel like he probably either needs to win because Christopher Bell is a hot driver right now,
Yeah.
So, and then you've got maybe Matt DiBenedetto getting an affiliation racing with a JGR sister team.
Well, he is right now.
Oh, that is a JGR sister
team.
Okay.
That's why he could be in the running for the number 20 car. I mean, he's like far exceeded his expectations in the 95 car.
What about DiBenedetto maybe taking over Bell's ride in the Busch Series?
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Full-time Xfinity, win a championship, and then come back.
I think he's good enough to be in that car and get some wins.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing wrong with going back down and racing full-time Xfinity and just getting that seat time and I don't know.
Yeah, why not?
Well, keep your eyes on.
It's pretty much the same exposure. I think the racing's better than Xfinity.
I don't know about that, but if you're leading races instead of, we only see DiBenedetto at the end of the race when we figure out where he finished.
Right, yeah.
Not a whole lot of talk about him during the race while he's moving his way up there most of the time. So, but it's becoming a normal thing, and that's great for him. That's great for his team. Yeah. And that shows Coach Gibbs, maybe he can get a shot somewhere else. So I feel like the Gibbs team is a solid. I feel like Christopher Bell deserves the 20 car if Eric Jones is to be booted.
Yeah.
I don't feel like DiBenedetto should get it over Bell. I mean, I don't as a business standpoint as well, not just not just as a favor and a driver. But anyway, you mentioned you mentioned me. The same two drivers racing for the win, same situation. Well, maybe not same situation, but same outcome. With
just a little more fuel.
Yeah, I mean Chase Elliott, 2 wins at Watkins Glen, not an easy place to win. I mean,
I know we talk a lot about like the aero package this year, but nothing to take away from Elliott's drive at the race. I mean, he drove a perfect race. I mean, if he would have messed up, then I think the aero wouldn't have been an issue, and I think Martin could have took the spot. But
yeah, and that's what I mean by hitting his marks. And Martin said it. Martin gave him credit, man. There was an interview where he said he hit a wall of air, and he explained a little bit of that, but he never took anything away from Chase Elliott because he did a great job. And we talked not too long ago too about when you win. Did we talk about this on the air, or did we talk about this personally? But when you win a race, like that becomes your track. Like Dale Jr. won his first race at Texas. Like he was always good at Texas.
Right. Yeah.
Dale Jarrett won at Michigan, and he loved Michigan.
Yeah. Hamlin, Pocono.
Yeah. And what happened last week? He wins Pocono. Yeah. That's why I picked him last week.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you said it.
Yeah. So it's one of those things where it's just pure confidence. You go in there with your chest puffed out. Hey, I've already won here. I won my first race ever here. Now he wins 2. Now Chase Elliott is always going to be a factor at Watkins Glen. It's just it is what it is. Yeah. Truex at Dover.
Yep.
You can go on and on. But anyway, so TJ, why don't you give us, after the race, give us the points bubble update, if you will. Since you don't have any cool stats to hand out this week, you've had 2 weeks to prepare for this. I can't believe it. It's awful.
I'm failing as a co-host.
It's terrible.
All right, so in 15th place.
This is your show.
Yeah,
Don't
I know.
Laugh podcast. This is TJ's show.
Yeah, well, they didn't really release anything.
You could have figured it out, man.
Well, I can tell you that there wasn't any passes for the lead under green.
Well, there you go. That's a cool stat. All right, go on. Dude.
All right, so
Hold on. Green flag.
Okay, so in 15th spot is Clint Boyer with 556 points. And then Jimmy Johnson, who's just not doing so hot, is in the last spot for the playoffs.
Crew chief. Things are going to change. I can feel it.
Yeah, I know. I think he would have had a good race. But yeah.
Sorry, he doesn't have. If he couldn't do it with Chad Knaus,
yeah,
you got to look at, I don't know, maybe the technology surpassing his driving style. I don't know.
Maybe. But he's actually tied with Ryan Newman in the points. They both have 544 points. So then you've got Daniel Suarez in 18th he's back 23 points to Ryan Newman and Jimmy Johnson. And then Paul Menard is even further back, like almost 41 points.
It ain't even worth mentioning Paul Menard. No offense, Paul Menard.
So I think the top 14 drivers are probably safe. Kyle Larson's in 14th. He's above the cut line by 45 or 46 points. So I think you're really looking at Clint Boyer, Jimmy Johnson, and Ryan Newman, unless, of course, someone below the bubble wins some races.
Do any of them get a win? Does Jimmy Johnson get a win just to secure himself in the playoffs?
Yeah, I don't know.
Playoffs. So anyway, we'll have to see. All right. Well, thoughts on the race, TJ? You want to go? Did I go biggest winner loser first last week, or did you?
Well, did you want to do the fans' voice of the race?
Oh yes, I totally skipped a segment. Forgive me. So, all right, top 5 fan thoughts.
All right, top 5 fan thoughts.
And then you have a little bonus to the fan action.
I do.
You have a picture caption.
Caption this, yes. Okay, so AKGFN444 says, honestly, 7 out of 10. I think that's a fair assessment. 7 out of 10.
I think it's a fair assessment. I would push it to an 8. I mean, I think the last laps were great under green.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I would love to see a caution. I would love to see a different outcome, but those guys were 10 seconds ahead of third place. I mean, it wasn't even close. It was Chase Elliott and Martin Truex Jr. and then everybody else.
So that's the thing. So the aero package is supposed to keep them close. If the top 10 cars were within that amount of distance, then maybe I'd be like, it kind of works.
If the aero package keeps them close, or if the horsepower package on the bigger tracks keeps them close.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't think the aero. If that's the case, they failed.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
Anyway.
The Jacob Bell, who we've had on the show before, said the Kyle Busch drama made it a good race, plus the ending.
All right, so he's with me on the ending. Those are my 2 favorite points too, Jacob. So I totally agree. Kyle Busch just running into people and basically being a bully. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah, he was.
He wasn't out there hitting Jimmy Johnson. He wasn't out there hitting, Ryan
rookies.
Newman.
Well, not really rookies, but close enough.
Well, no, but they're
closer to rookies than they are veterans.
Well, let's be honest. They're just they're
younger,
mediocre drivers. They're younger. They're in less equipment. I mean, I guess you could make an argument for Byron, but you saw what he did.
Yeah.
Just goes to show that maybe he's not the best decision maker. So, anyway, all right.
All right, so the third fan voice, 24 Lat 95 said, loved how Bubba Wallace freaking turned Kyle Busch into turn 1.
Yeah, you could hear the roar of the crowd too.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It sounded like you thought Chase Elliott already won the race.
I know. They love him there too, Chase Elliott, by the way. I don't know why, but they do. I have no idea.
Don't hold back. Let us know what you feel.
I mean, I don't know. It's weird to see.
It's because everyone loves Chase Elliott.
Do they see a big deal?
Yeah, he's the most popular driver. Oh, you knew this. You're just baiting me.
Is it?
Joey Logano Nation 22 said it was a great race. Chase Elliott went back to back, and Bubba gained a lot of new fans.
Yeah, be interesting to see how Bubba. I think Bubba had fans anyway. He's another popular driver. He's low key popular. If that makes any sense.
And then this one was kind of a funny one. It was actually my wife.
Funny if you're gonna. Oh, this was your wife. Okay.
My wife commented.
Okay, this is just a heads up for everybody. This is probably either going to be very funny, or
a total fail.
It's just a complete flop. So
okay, so I saw that my wife commented on it, and it was a bunch of emojis like throw up emoji, poop emoji, and all this stuff. And then she comments again and says, "That was Emerson, my daughter," and she meant to say, "You my best friend, Daddy."
Oh, Emerson did?
Yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
So.
Well, hey, Emerson makes it in. Emerson watches the show, by the way.
She does. She's your biggest fan.
She
I'm like, what about me?
And she likes me a little bit more. I think she likes you, but
yeah.
Okay, so shout out to Emerson, my biggest fan. I'm gonna sign her pajamas the next time I see her.
Sounds good.
So
right after you change your pull-up. All right. So then I did a caption this photo, and it was Jimmy Johnson pointing the finger at Ryan Blaney, right? And so I said, top 5 captions, make it on the show. You know, little incentive. So Jimmy J Fan 48 said, only you can stop forest fires.
Yeah.
That was a good one. Let's see here.
I don't know why you explained the picture when you put it up right here.
Oh yeah, no, it's probably right here or something. Chase Elliott 9 said, "No, I'm paying for lunch," which is probably the opposite of what Jimmy Johnson said.
Yeah, no, you're paying for lunch.
Dane Racing said, "I like Bubba Wallace now."
That's good. That's good. That's my winner so far.
Gracie Nanedo. She looks like she's a race car driver. She says, "Pull it. I swear I won't fart."
Okay, that's good.
All right. And then the last one. Ethan Williams 389 says, "Does this look infected to you?"
Well, there you go. We got to do more caption content.
Yeah, that's a good one, right?
Creative, yeah. Okay, so on to power rankings. On to biggest winner, biggest loser. How about that?
Yeah,
That's how we do it, right? That's the order. All right.
It's been a week, so I don't know.
It's been 2 weeks. Go.
Let's see. My biggest winner has got to be Eric Jones. He's finished 4th. He's on a roll. He's done everything but win, pretty much. And I think the win is coming. Okay. And then my biggest loser is Clint Boyer.
Really? Why?
Terrible day.
Yeah. He's had a bunch of terrible days, though.
Yeah, I know. He has. So he's
just not on the good snide there. So my biggest winner, this is gonna sound a little bit ridiculous, but it's Kyle Busch. I mean,
biggest winner?
Yeah, he finished what, 7th?
Oh yeah.
After all that getting turned and
he spun like 3 times,
pushing people through the grass, his car was all yacked up. So biggest winner, Kyle Busch. Biggest loser, I'll give you one guess.
I don't know.
Man.
Jimmy Johnson.
No, he was my biggest loser last time, I think. Yeah. Martin Truex, man.
Jeez Louise.
Second? Come on, dude. Come on. You're a road king. You're a road racing maniac. And he is, too. He won the first ever race outside the... Well, I guess NASCAR raced in Japan before. Didn't they do that?
Yeah, didn't they do
yeah.
Laguna Seca?
Yeah. He won the first ever race at Mexico, though, the road course there that they raced for a few years in the Xfinity Series, then the Busch Series.
Yeah.
So anyway, and he's won Sonoma twice. He's won at Watkins Glen, and he's always up there. So, you got to close it. So biggest loser Busch, our biggest loser Truex, biggest winner Busch. Go ahead with this week's power rankings.
All right, so I think I had Kurt Busch in there last week, but I took him out, and I put Brad K as 5th, and then I put Harvick as 4th. Logano dropped from 1st to 3rd, and then I have Kyle Busch 2nd, Truex 1st.
Okay. All right. Well, here I'm going to start at 5 and work my way up. Last week, or the last time we were on, I had Kyle at 1, Joey at 2, Truex at 3, Harvick at 4, and Hamlin at 5. So at 5 this week, I've got Harvick. Okay? Then I have Joey Logano. Because Joey Logano has been hanging there in points, but he hasn't been doing anything in the race.
Yeah. He's
just been kind of, and he hasn't been on TV much. No one's been talking about him. Kind of been a non-factor. Harvick's just been, he's bumped up his consistency, so he's still in there. Hamlin has been on a tear. Second, first, and third the past 3 races. He's number 3 power rankings for me. Truex, I bumped him up. Strong run, even though he didn't win it. And then Kyle Busch, like I said, biggest winner of the race, in my opinion, finishing 7th after all that melee. And so there you have it. The one thing about the power rankings for me is that we only do 5 because we try to keep the show tight. We try to keep it tight. We try to keep it quick. Try to keep it around a half hour. So you see a lot of the same names up there, but I might have to figure out a different format for that. But right now, top 5, that's it. So anyway, next week we move on to Michigan.
Michigan, okay.
I don't know if you've ever heard of Michigan.
You like French fries with vinegar?
Next week, Michigan. Prior winner, Kevin Harvick. TJ.
Yes.
What are our driver rankings from Michigan so I can see who's got the best one and I can pick them to win?
Okay. Kurt Busch and Kyle Busch are 2nd and 1st in driver ratings. Kyle Busch being 1st with a 5.8 and Kurt being 2nd with a 6.8. Then you got Kevin Harvick in 3rd with a 7.4, Truex in 4th with an 8.6, and Brad K rounding out the top 5 with a 9.4. Other notables, Chase Elliott's pretty good there. Average finish of 9.6. Maybe Lagoons gets back on track here. He's got an average finish of 9.8.
That's a possibility.
And Eric Almirola, decent here, 11.75. And Kyle Larson, he's got 2 wins there. Average finish of 12.2. Ryan Newman has a decent average finish of 12.8. And Jimmy Johnson in 20th with an average finish of 18.4.
Well, I ain't choosing Jimmy Johnson.
No.
Definitely not going with the dark horse on this one. So give me the top 5 again.
Kyle Busch, Kurt Busch, Kevin Harvick, Truex, and Keselowski.
You know what? Oh, man. I hate picking my driver. I really do.
But
so, no, not gonna go there. So I think it's time for, look, Michigan, the Fords always show up there. It's a big deal to Ford. I'm gonna say Keselowski. Keselowski's been off the radar for a couple weeks. It's time for him to show up, put up or put out, something like that. Isn't that what they say?
Sure.
Wait, no, that's not what they say.
I don't think so.
No. It's put out or get out. Is that it? That refers to something else, though.
Hooper, get off the pot.
Crapper, get off the crapper? Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's who I got. Brad Keselowski. By the way, just for the record, I used to hate Brad Keselowski, but actually, he's like, if Truex wasn't racing, he'd be my driver.
See, that's how I feel.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I just don't root for other drivers unless they're up against
It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah. So.
Yeah. Even if my driver's out of the race, I'm like, go Keselowski. Yeah. I don't care.
Yeah. Until you're like a fan, then it's like,
Yeah. It was hard to be a Kyle Larson fan until Gordon actually retired. And then even in the races Gordon came back to run for junior, I was like, Kyle Larson, you can wait.
I saw Gordon win his last win.
Yeah, don't be selfish.
Okay.
I was actually going to jump on the Penske train. Also, I think Lagoons comes back.
Not happening, Captain.
Not happening, Captain.
Penske. Yeah, not happening. All right. Well, we will see. So we both pick a Penske driver. It's going to be interesting. Mm-hmm. And all right. Well, what time's the race?
God.
God bless America.
I don't know. It's probably like 3:00 because they've all
my
been,
gosh,
like, late.
it's probably 3:00. Everybody. So why don't you just tune in at 3:00 because TJ thinks it probably is.
I don't know. We probably won't even get it DirecTV.
Well, luckily for us, it's been on NBC Sports, but I haven't watched an Xfinity race in quite some time.
Yeah, why does the Xfinity race get the local channel?
NBC is free. It's a free channel. Yeah. Why am I not getting it?
I know, I get it with my antenna.
What are you doing? I mean, it's childish. Yeah. Fox is a free channel. I can get it without my cable box. Why isn't it coming through my cable box?
Yeah.
What? Why?
Why?
Playoffs? All right. That's it.
That?
Look, hey, thanks to SeatGeek. Thanks for everybody who, all 10 of you who've listened this week. We appreciate all 10 of you. So for TJ, I'm Sean. We're out. See ya.
The race is on at 3.
3.